All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Red Face Joker, and we're gonna play some nice little music in the background. And I'm gonna read something to y'all. This is in Matthew's 23, verses 28 to 30. So are you ready? I hope you are. In the same way, you appear to be righteous on the outside, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. Woe to you, scribes and pharaohs, you hypocrites! You build tombs for the prophets and decorate the monuments of the righteous. And you say, if we had lived in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partners with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. People, can I tell y'all one thing? Do you really believe that that is true? If we had lived in the days of our fathers, huh? If the people of today would have lived in the days of their fathers, there would be no slavery, right? There would not be no cruelty and creating social engineered poverty in hoods and ghettos and bringing drugs into the hoods and knowing and understanding the whole thing of drugs. Why? Because y'all experiment them in the labs with guinea pigs, homeless people. I'll give you a fine example of like a LSD or of things that they used to call Operation Mind Fuckings, different programs like that, right? LSD, we can read the history of it now, right? And my condolences go out to the person who created things like WikiLeaks and stuff like that, right? Okay, it lets us know that they said if we lived in the days of our father, we would not have been partners with them in shedding the blood of the prophets or in creating slavery and all types of stuff, right? This is what they tell you, right? So what do they do? Okay, their their fathers, as the Messiah would say, you're not but snakes and serpents, you're nothing but children of the devil. The ones of sinners actually, see, this is why, you know, a unique thing is happening now. There are more satanic temples being placed all around the world, if you notice that, right? We got one in the famous Salem, Massachusetts, right next to an elementary school, I believe, and it used to be an old funeral home. They have created a satanic church there. I think it might be the international headquarters or something like that. This is pretty interesting, you know. Uh, Let me ask y'all if y'all ready for the comment, and it is coming. But this statement here is about not scribes and Pharisees and things like that. You know, when you read things that are under the umbrella of sacred or supposed to be of a creator's works, you got to look at it no matter how much they try to change things. You are the living, walking book. You was produced before in this world. God said, who am I? You said God. And you said, okay, when your time came to be who you were. That's why some people say, gee whiz, when you know you see a kid and stuff and you're amazed at your kid, but my kid must got a, like young mama said, I got an old soul. You don't even understand that, right? She's in a She's in what I call paradox philosophy. Okay? She's in what I call mortal folk. Yes, she do recognize that she is the woman. She recognized she used to wear, she tried to skirt, but it didn't work. You understand what I'm saying? She tried those things, but it didn't work because it wasn't her. Okay, back in the days when war happened and things like that, you know, the woman at one time, the man used to say, "But I'll take the house," and the woman just, clean around and had a lot of table talks and things like that. But World War II did something interesting for the woman. It created the women's movement, the feminist movement in the nation. And this feminist movement and women's movement, what did it do? It finally says that we are equal, but guess what? It's one up. Remember I told y'all about that one up on the last video. It's one up. Now the metaphysical enlightened people have to be on defense because now it's one up. And they utilize the woman. And the woman doesn't read this, she doesn't know this. And I know a lot of women who are Christians out there, and some of y'all, you don't have to be such a hallelujah type of Christian, or Muslim or anything like that. Glorifying stuff like that, like these so-called scribes and Pharisees and all of those wannabes, wannabe tell you that you are. We are all imperfect. Pope and all of that. Patriarch and all of that. All imperfect beings. He gotta sleep, he's gotta eat, he's gotta do all of that. Imperfect. Get sick and die, right? We are imperfect beings. Okay, just realize that. And we should utilize that realization and that vulnerability to create something greater than who we are being created as. Stop being just a commodity for institution or corporation or anything like that. Be beyond that. Yeah, utilize your workforce skills and create a workforce of y'all joining together. But when you study psychology in school, and I used to love the professor I had because he taught sociology. He told us if y'all come to his class just for you could get a grade to go on and take your so-called curriculum course, so-called like people go to school and they get in these programs like nursing and et cetera, et cetera. He said if you come to do that, kindly walk out of my class because you could go to a trade school or anything like that to get those. I'm about teaching you education. I'm about uplifting your mind. And damn sure did he influence my mind. You know, he put that psychology down on us. I knew back in the 80s that it would come to this type of time because that's how good they are. I could tell you this. I think in 1984, 89, they produced it already, self-driven technologies. It's called Crash in the Desert. They already created a big air commercial plane, drone pilot, people. They already created that a long time ago, or RC, remotely controlled. Regardless, it's going to be remotely controlled. Regardless, whether it be under humans or human created machine, it's still going to be under a remote control of a human. Never take the human equation out of anything of technology because we created it all. Don't let these people fool you. And what's going to happen to many of us, we're going to lose our jobs by the billions. So please get ready. But the biggest thing of them all is be smart. Come together, group together, think tank together, talk together. Why only group up for spending money? Group up to collect things. You got rappers who are so stupid. They got millions and millions of dollars, right? And they walk around. I got $100,000 chain on my neck and all types of stuff, right? But guess what? What corporations, what buildings do they own? What really do they put legacy on the map? And people go, oh well, to be best rapper, this and that, and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. That don't move the world. Entertainment doesn't really move the world. It can have influence, yes, it can. But guess what? When you start going outside that box with your influence, you know what they do to you, right? They give you a check. Like how they say Prince Jago, he give you a courtesy call. That's what they said. That man is one of the baddest men in the South, Prince. Okay. He called a courtesy call. Believe that shit. They do courtesy calls on you. They courtesy call Oprah. They courtesy called Jay before. They courtesy called Beyonce. They courtesy called they courtesy called a lot of people. Some people they courtesy called, they didn't yeah, so what? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And you find them dead. Courtesy call, right? They give you that at first. So many get slow, call it up, give it to me. You know, they have a famous saying, right? It says that check this out. Some people they get this misconstrued, and I hate this when they do this because there's no way this could happen. Some people make a mistake and call the Messiah the Creator. The devil can never, ever put the Creator on a spotlight. You know, he tried to be slick and claim himself manipulating huh, the Creator in a sense, right? Like with Job, right? Manipulate. He tried to manipulate the Messiah. He said, surely the devil knows who the Messiah was. So he's like, I'm bringing on principle. Surely if you jumped off of this damn thing, meaning commit suicide, right? You jump off this damn thing. Surely you being who you are, the angels will just, gladly place you on the floor and you have no damage, right? Just jump off this thing. Or bow down to me and because I was known as the prince of this world, right? I'll give you everything if you just bow down to me. So many people are bowing down to this entity, to this force. See, in the one percenters, where do you think they get their power from? So that's why I said you got to be spiritually correct, mentally right, and in some cases, people be saying to me, you gotta be physically ready. Now that was a clock that was telling me that it's time to stop this. So once again, I'm gonna leave you with my famous saying from Get Smart. Listen up. And once again, the forces of niceness and goodness have triumphed over the forces of evil and rottenness. Red-faced Joker. Bye.